Hey, hello, how y'all doing? I'm Leah with Enlightened Mystic Essentials. Now today I am here because in previous videos I talked about December being a month of creation, right? And I have been led to give you all the steps of creating, and I have also led to tell you, inform you about how the month of December, represents creation. Now listen, I'm working with 3 decks today. In previous videos I worked with 5, it just depends. So what we're going to do first, I'm getting my decks ready. I know how many times I need to shuffle them. Spirit tells me that. But right now I'm shuffling my 3 decks 7 times because 7 is a magical number, right? And 7 also represents self-reflection. So for the month of December, right, what I'm going to do is give you the energies that you may come across or you may face. That's only if you're looking, right? Or recognize and realize to recognize, right? Then we are going to clarify these energies with the power of surrendering cards. What needs to be surrendered about these energies that you all may face in December, including me. And then if we need to clarify, we will. And once we receive the information about what needs to be surrendered or what needs to be released or what needs to be realized and understood, then we'll go back and get a new energy showing acceptance. Okay, for example, if you get a hostile energy, right, from the energy oracle, right, and it tells you you need to release excessive thinking, because that means you're dwelling on something too long, and as you dwell on it, right, it's the thoughts are turning negative, right? So if you learn to release or let go or surrender whatever you're thinking negative about, whether it be a situation or a person, job, home, family, whatever. Once you learn to accept that, then the energy should become more positive. Because I told you in previous videos, I'm very huge on energy, because I understand that the universe recognizes energy, and we are in the process where the universe is taking energy up every day and releasing it multiple folds back to to everyone. So if, for an example, if you are a negative person, just say we got 2 people. One is more negative and one is more positive, right? I got some notes over here. Let me make sure I write this down right. Supposed to write it down earlier, right? So you got a positive person, I'm putting positive, and negative. And say the baseline of both of these people are a +2 for the positive, right? And a -2 for the negative. And so say this is day by day, just say day by day. We're going to example. Say so day 1, right? And day 1 and day night. Okay, one night, one day. Okay. So say the universe takes up energy every day, right? And it sends it down 2 folds of every day, right? So a positive person, right? You start out at a 2, positive. So the universe comes in, takes it up, and brings it back down to multiple fold of however much energy you have, positive. So when the universe takes the energy up and gives it back, it's bringing down +4, right? Because you started out at a -2 and the universe is giving you an extra, it's doubling whatever you are. So at that first day, you had a +6, right? And we can say that with money. I can transfer it over to money, right? So you started out with $2, right? And you set your $2 on your table, right? You don't know what's going to happen. You just go to sleep. But when you wake up in the morning, now that $2 that you had on the table has turned to $6. because the universe is doubling everything overnight, just for an example, right? So now you go to sleep, you say, well, whoa, I got $2. I had $2 on the table. Now I got $6. Oh, I don't know what's going on around here, but I'm going to leave these $6 on the table. Because I'm finna see if I'm going to get some more money in the morning. So you leave those $6 on the table and you go to sleep, right? But when you wake up the next day, this day 2, there's no more $6 there. There's $12, right? I'm just saying. Now, same with the negative people. You negative, you're more negative. You're -2, -2. So the universe comes in, day 1, you go to sleep, and it sends down, you know, whatever you put into the atmosphere, the energy-wise. So now where you were at a -2, you at a -6? Whew. Now, if I want to be, you know, very visual, because some people understand visual. Say the death line or the dead line is a -12. -12. All right. Dead line. Don't say Leah said you was going to die, because Leah didn't say you was going to die. I'm just saying for an example. So now you on day 1. So now you done dropped from a -2 to -6. Now we all know, well, some of us know, that a -2 holds more value than a -6, because we're going down. Degress, you know. Positive people progress, or positive things progress, negative things degress. So now you went from a level, you know, a -2, right? Now you drop down to a -6. That's day 1. What do you think is gonna happen day 2? You're gonna hit that deadline, because it's gonna be a -12 by day 2, right? So I'm here to talk about energy and how you create, and how I arrived that December is the month of creation. All right, so let's get these cards, right? I'm gonna aim this down so you can see. I don't want nobody thinking that I laid out anything, because I didn't. Fresh off from work, and I'm going back. I'm in the medical field, so I deal with death and meds, sick people all day, right? Okay, so I already shuffled these energy cards, right? Go down a little more. Just a little more, right? So now, let's ask Spirit. Spirit, what are the energies as a collective that we may face in the month of December? No specific order. What are some of the energies we will face? Your first one out. Up. The 7th chakra. The 7th chakra deals with the crown, the top of your head. It is insight. This is where we receive spiritual downloads. So we're going to see when we surrender. All right. Spirit. Boom. They're coming out quick, y'all. Okay. Victory. Victory. Now let's talk about victory. Victory can make a person humble and thankful, right? But victory can also, that's the positive side, because we talk about energy. Now, the negative side, victory can make a person egotistical, big head. That's really no good. Self-confidence is one thing. Ego is a whole nother ball game. Because if I'm self-confident in myself, that's a positive aspect, right? So therefore, I will attract positivity towards me because I'm self-confident in myself. But if my head is blown out of proportion, that only leaves room for downfall. Negative. So get off that high horse and come on back down. We down here, not floating around in the clouds. That's not where we at. Come on, one more. Spirit, one more card for the collective for the month of December. Came out quick. Ooh, deceit. Oh my God. Deceit. Now listen, I deal in numbers as well. You probably know that if you watch some of my videos. So let's go back. We got 3 cards on the board that we're going to be dealing with for the month. So the 7th chakra, right? 7th chakra. You see those numbers? 1 plus 4. 1 plus 4. That's 5. 5 is a halfway point because the scale go from 1 to 10. So that leaves room for change. Whether you progress, go up. Whether you degress, go down. Sometimes what they say, I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. That's not always a good place to be because you don't know which way to go, what to do, right? Then you have victory. And the number of victory is 2 plus 8, 10. Positive side, you gain confidence. You gain the victory. You become thankful. You become humble. Negative side, you become egotistical, self-absorbed. Nobody can't touch me because I'm the what? You shit. Really, literally, you that. Floating too high for me. I don't even want to be around you. Honestly. But this last one, 2 plus 5 is 7. Didn't I just tell you 7 is a magical number and it also represents self-reflection? Not just reflection of me, but reflection of you. That's that mirror. You hold a mirror up to yourself. You see you. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's bring on these other cards. The surrendering cards. Let me see if I want to do this yet. Hold on, y'all. I got notes over here. I be trying to keep up. Nah, let me explain to you the steps, right? So we know what we got for the month of December. Now, these energies are not the only energies that you will encounter during the month. They are some, because every day we encounter a new energy. But what I'm trying to explain to you is it's best to be more positive than it is to be negative. Because we don't know how often the universe is pulling energy and giving it back. I just know we're in a time that it's coming more frequently. And you will start to see people around you bubble up or grow, be successful. And at the same time, you're going to see people who are falling off, y'all. They falling off. They falling over the edge. You know, people, nice house, nice car. You see them a couple of months later, they done lost the car. You seen the repo people repossess. What type of energy are you holding? Is it more positive or is it more negative? Probably learned a little bit of this in science, right? In school. And for those who didn't, it don't matter. I'm going to give it to you. Right? So listen, these are the steps to creating. Well, this is how I look at it. You know, you ain't got to go force this on nobody because, you know, we talking about energy. It's not a religion. It's energy. So the first step took place around October. You know. So many look at October as a month of justice. I'm not talking about birthdays. I'm talking about, you know, the main representation. Doesn't justice or the scale come in October? Come in there somewhere, right? What is justice? Brings a balance, right? So, in this balance, you would, it pertains to your thought process. Because now you have to figure out, it's a scale, right? What is working for you and what is not? What type of relationship are you having with people? Do they bring negative energy to your life or do they bring positive? This is the thought process, the step 1, right? So you learn and you figure out what needs to be cut out. Because see, in earlier videos, I was talking about the cycles of creation, right? Hold on, y'all. My computer going dead. Right? Okay. So the first step is the thought. And I'm real huge on the thought. Am I not? Because if you watch in my other videos, you'll see that's what I talk about. Positive thoughts. Because you have to think before you can respond. You have to think it in your mind before you could act it out. But guess what? Ain't this the first energy we talking about of the month? I said the mental. And it came out the mental. Right? Okay. So, right? That's the first step. Let me make sure I got everything. Justice is the thought process of what works and what needs to be cut out of your life. So when you learn that, or learn whatever relationship. Now, I'm going to tell you something about energy. You apply a small amount, you get a small amount in return. You apply a great amount, you get great results. Right? So the next step is the death. The death energy. That comes in November. I'm that. I'm a Scorpio, so I'm death. Right? That's the second step. It's the clearing away. Right? Clearing out. You already thought about it. And, you know, first step, you thought about it. And you figured it out. The second step is removing and taking action. That's the action, the death. Because death is something dead or dying. You're moving it. But then it's a rebirth process, right? 2 steps in the death. It dies. And then something is born. And 9 times out of 10, when you talk about a rebirth, it's nothing negative that's reborn. Because if it's something being reborn, isn't it? Could be an idea, right? It starts up here again. It goes back to here, does it not? Okay? Don't let me lose you. But I shouldn't. If not, rewatch it. You better. Where your pad and pen at? So now the death. You applying action to what you thought no longer worked for you. What was dead to you, you have now removed it. You taking action. That's step 2. Step 1 was the thought and figuring out the thought process. Step 2 is the clearing of. Some people say the Scorpio also represents the tower because it tears down to build back up. Doesn't the death card do the same thing? It clears away the dead only for it to be reborn again, but more so in a positive manner because it's a new idea. And isn't you, I mean, a new idea would be represented by the ace of staff, right? A new idea, right? Is, you get that. That's what you, or the ace of swords, the new mental, the thought. See the aces up in there too? Okay. Got that. Now, this is where we come to the month of December and the creation. The step 3 is the creation because it's 4 steps. Now, they may seem simple, but when it comes to clearing away of old relationships and energy draining relationships, it's not an easy thing to do. Because you may have friends that you've been friends with for 25 years. Not even longer than 2 years. And you have bonded with these people, your own family. But you haven't noticed the pull of the draining of the energy. I'm not talking about your physical man. I'm talking about within the energy. All right. So now you have the Empress, right? Also known as the creation. She creates, don't she? The birthing of new ideas. She represents the birthing of children. Something new. Right? The creation. Because the Empress, I'm sorry. Isn't she major arcana number 3? If you don't know, go look it up. A lot of you probably know from looking at all these readings. But yeah. So when you look at the numbers of the month of December, Isn't December the 12th month for us over here in the United States, or whoever go up under the region or whatever? December is, or is that a universal calendar? I don't know. I just know about over here. The 12th month, right? So 1 plus 2 for the 12 of the 12th month. Isn't that also number 3? I talked to you earlier about creations and the cycles. Past, present, future is one cycle. It's one creation. The Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, that's one creation. Depends on who you go up under. The triple moon goddess, that's another creation. And it's limitless creations. So if you came in October, and you balanced out everything, right? That's one step. November, you apply action. The energies of the death. You cleared away, you dead it, you buried it. And it rebirthed, a rebirth of something new. So the third step, the third month is December of creation. I've been talking about this, but I'm breaking it down for you now. Right? So that's the Empress. Her position is number 3, you know. The 4th card, but we ain't talking about the card. We talking about her position. When you see her, you're going to see a 3 above her head. Just like you see a 2 above the Emperor's head. Right? So this is where the 3 of Wands come in. The 3 of Cups come in. And so forth. Upright, she means one thing. Reverse, she means another. Right? So 2019 is also the year of the Empress, because 2018 is the year of the High Priestess. That's why so many people stuck with the 2 of Cups, 2 of Swords, 2 of all this. The 3s are going to probably be hitting hard next year, because she rules the energy of the year. The 3. Now, the 4th step, because I told you it was 4, right? Is the musician. And when you look him up, he's major arcana number 1. And what does he represent? Talent. You had to apply talent to get to the 4th step, which is him, right? You had to figure it out. That's the justice. That's the thought. You had to clear it away, right? That's the 2nd step. That's the death. And then the rebirth of something new. Then the 3rd step, in the 3rd month, you had to create. Or the 3rd step, because I'm not going to say months, because it may not take people months. But these are the steps. And the 4th one is Bingo, the musician. He's the 1st major. Number 1. Not the fool. He's 0. Okay? So he represents talent, skills, power, self-confidence. But the thing, or the creator. Because he has all the tools that he needs to what? Manifest, bring forth, call in. Right? That's the 4 steps. It seems plain, but it's not simple. When you are a person with all these attachments, you know, like all the relationships and all these friendships, attachments to you and your little energy, that you're constantly being drained. You're already being drained by work or school. And dealing with the people that's at your school and at your job, are you not? Your family is a whole nother situation. This outside environment, outside of your, habitats, the foundation of where you roam, live, sleep. And if you live in a house or apartment where multiple people have stayed, you're a renter, and you didn't get your house built from the ground up. Not saying that it's a bad thing if you didn't. You know how many energies linger there? And you have not cleaned your establishment before you moved in? Yes, I did, Leah. How you going to tell me? I did clean my floors and my walls. Oh, you did? That shouldn't have been the only thing you were cleaning out. Should have been. But don't listen to me. I'm just informing you. You don't have to listen to me. Now, the thing about the musician, whatever. Major arcana number 1. if he is upright, it's coming with the positive thoughts and the clearing away. Because see, if you clear out the negative energy, right, that leaves a space. So what are you going to leave that space for? Negative energy to come back or to take over? Or are you going to fill it with positive energy? Because this is the key to manifesting as well. Not just positive thoughts, but positive energy too. Now say you manifested a car. You created for a car. You needed a car. Then there's a negative and a positive side to this as well. So you ride around in a 1989 Toyota Camry. This is an example because you know I'm giving you a lot of them. Yeah. And so you say, oh yeah. You know, I done created, I listened to this, you know, I followed the steps. And I have a feeling this is the rebirth. I can get a new car now. I have a feeling that it's okay to go to the car lot now. You go to the car lot. I want to, you know, trade my 89 Toyota, Camry, Chevy, Ford, whatever. BMW, whatever you drive in. It's old. And you're putting all this work into it every month to keep it running. Halfway running. Right? So they say, well, you know, how can I help you today? Yeah, I was looking at that 2019 Camry over there. Oh, okay. Well, let's go see, you know, how much you make a month. Oh, I make about $3,000 a month. How's your credit look? Oh, I think my credit is okay. They go in there and they come back. They say, well, you know, hey, Susie Q, you can't get the 19, but we can put you in a 13. A 13, this is the negative. I don't want no 13. I came up here for a 19. Wait a minute. Check yourself. Because you were just riding around in 89 with no AC, no heat. Seats won't even sit up. You got to sit up. Your seat laid back. And that's the negative. You did all this for what? For what? For you to sabotage it at the end? Are we serious? Now, a positive person. Same situation. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. I done did all the steps and I learned. I feel like it's time to go get a new car. I'm riding around in this 89 Toyota Camry and I'm divine. I'm ready for something new. I've been ready, but I'm ready now. I know I'm ready. You go to the car lot, you know. Hey, Mr. Jimmy Jones. This is just an example. I ain't trying to call out nobody's name because I don't even know nobody named them. Jimmy Jones. What can I do for you today? Oh, I had my eyes set on that 2019 Camry right there. I want to trade in my 89 Camry. You know, it's got a few problems. I'm tired of putting the $250 a month and work in it. I'm ready for something new. All right, we'll go run it. You know, how's your credit? Oh, I think it's okay. Same situation. They come out and say, well, you know, we can't give you the 2019, but we can give you the 13. I'll take it. Because that positive person understand that 2013 is better than that 89 that they driving in. Well, how much you think my payment's going to be a month? Oh, about $250. Did you not break even? Because you was just putting $250 a month and maintaining this 89. Now you got a $250 condo and the AC and the heat and your radio work. And your seats might heat up a little bit. Now you riding off the lot happy as ever. But you know what that negative person over there doing? Still moping, adding negativity, sabotaging all the steps. And you still riding around in your 89 putting them $250 a month into keeping it maintained. Y'all ain't got to listen to me. Let's go. All right, so now we got our energies. Let's recap. We got the 7th chakra. Right? 5. That's a change. We hope to progress in the month of December. We have the victory. The 10. That's the highest you can go. The 10, right? And then you got deceit. The number 7. The self-reflection, right? Deceit. Now we're going to surrender. What needs to be surrendered? Spirit, can you please tell them what needs to be surrendered? I'm going to try to hurry up. I don't want to be too long. Not trying to rush y'all, you know. Don't forget my website, enlightenedmystics.org. I'm getting ready to add a section for Christmas for everyone. You email me and say, hey, Leah, you know, I want to send a gift of a reading or whatever product to my wife, but, you know, and I'm going to give you a discount on the readings because that's a gift from me to you, right? So here we go. Spirit, why is the 7th chakra here? What it needs to be surrendered or understood for the collective about the 7th chakra? Woo! Don't bow. I want to say it's beautiful because it says surrender to be effortlessness. Surrender to be effortlessness. Ain't that like going with the flow or whatever? Yeah. So if you building up your energy on positive thoughts, positive speaking, positive actions. Now understand that the actions don't have to be great to build up. Holding a door for your elders. Because see, I work in the medical field and I don't play about my people. My patients, they know I'm going to go hard before I go home. I work in home care. The facility is not too much for me. I've dibbled and dabbled. Yeah. But I specialize. And it was at a time I did specialize in death. And I learned all the stages in the process. I have seen many take their last breath. I've learned to count down the breaths physically. Position the body, you know. But I have been put in this field to learn these things. Many have cried on my shoulder. You know. So anyway, let's read it. It says, stop pushing so hard. The art of living means going with the flow instead of trying to force the river. That's what it say right there. Let me see if I can get you to. Let me go look. Cool. I ain't got no super steady hand, y'all. And what is that? Go with the flow, baby. It's not hard. Yeah. All right, now we're going to clarify this victory. So, the first one was at a 5, wasn't it? So it looked like we not don't push too hard because you don't want to mess up. Just go with the flow. You have learned what you needed to do to be more positive. Small actions count. I don't care if you earn a quarter of an energy point. Is a quarter of an energy point more than what you had when you started? Thank you. Yes, please. Didn't you learn those things when you were children? Okay. Spirit, what needs to be surrendered with this victory here? What needs to be surrendered or recognized for the collective? You want it to come out. Oh, we got 2. One wanted to fall. Okay. 2. We got the positive and the negative. Didn't I tell you that victory could be a positive or a negative? Here's the negative. Surrender to obsessive thinking. What are you stuck on? Look at the picture. Look how she ready to devour that apple. Ain't it Snow White? Wasn't the apple poisonous? Was it not poisonous, y'all? Let me read what it say. Surrender to obsessive thinking, overthinking. Scorpios overthink. But they ain't just talking about me because I asked for the collective, right? If you're obsessing about a person or situation, turn the dilemma over to spirit. Everybody has a door or opportunity to spirit. You just need to get to learn to who your spirits are. Your spirit is the main spirit. He's the spirit of the divine, or she is the spirit of the divine. I don't know the sex. I know I talk to spirit. And it ain't just one spirit because you have your ancestors who have crossed over. And they can see in the physical world, and they see everything you do. I talk to mine, right? Remember, every day. I keep trying to tell you. So your mom and your dad done passed on, and you got a close bond, or your siblings, because I lost my brother. There was only 2 of us. Right? They there. Mom, I miss you. I love you. Why are you only saying that on her birthday and Christmas and holidays? She's around you constantly. And the thing that I've learned when you're dealing with spirits, when you call, they come forth. And if you don't know the way, you better pray to the divines. All that knocking and popping and clicking you hear, and there's no one there. Your phone is ringing and you run to it and ain't nobody called you. You thought a text message come in. How do you think the spiritual realm communicates with us in the physical? Those things, the flashing of lights, and you scared and you're running. You better, let's finish, right? So it says, turn the dilemma over to spirit. Doing so will help you bring clarity, even solve the problem. That's for the negative. Thank you, spirit, because I got 2 to clarify victory with. Now, the second one is for the positive. And it's a brain thing. It's a mental thing, because it says surrender to divine timing. And these don't have numbers, right? What is that? A clock, the moon. Look at that picture. Let me see. Let y'all see. That's what it is. Let me go back to the obsessive thinking for the negative people. You see how she looking at the damn apple? So pretty and red. But let me tell you, better look at that red. Look at all that red. I wouldn't eat that then. All right. Anyway, let's read it. It says sometimes, right? Divine timing may differ from your ego's time. Then we talk about some people with this victory card. Their ego biggest ever. Try to keep it clean. If a goal isn't manifesting fast enough, according to your ego, be patient and trust the universal flow. The divine's flow. Divine timing. What is it? I used to say it all the time. Currency. Not the money. Currency. How things flow. Right? Currency is heaven's flow. It's a divine flow of things. It's the cycles and the circles. Mandala. The yin, the yang, the up, the down, the push, the pull, the left, the right. Yin yang. Okay? Now I can't wait to see what this is. Remember the deceit? The number 7. Self-reflection. What am I calling? Self-reflect. Y'all don't give me too much. Please. Spirit, we praying for something positive out of this deceit. Spirit, what is the surrendering or acceptance or releasing for deceit of the collective? It's like 50-50. You have surrender fear. It's not bad, is it? Facing your fears. You thought about what your fears were, right? Now you submit them to the death. You bury them, you clear them out, only to gain something new. That's the death process. Now that you have cleared out and you got a new idea, you know, and you apply action, next is to start the creation. And then last is the manifesting. That's the 4th step. All the tools you have and you need, and you apply the action. Now you sit back and you wait for your abundance to arrive, or whatever you have manifested to arrive, but only gaining positive energy. The more positive energy you put into a project, that's the result. Positivity. Right? So anyway, let's read it. Let go of the fearful stories you are telling yourself. Didn't I just tell you that 7 is a self-reflection? I don't know what stories you telling yourself, but I don't want to hear your little monster stories, your little negative stories. Stay in the moment. Focus on solutions and celebrate every baby step forward. Didn't I just say if you're holding a dope for somebody, you might gain a little minute energy? The baby steps is the things that are small. Right? Please, yes ma'am, no ma'am. Didn't you learn that as a child? And I see too many of you around here disrespecting elders. No, yes, maybe. That negative 12 gonna come quick for you. What they say, the good die young. In this time and day, in these physical, all these children dying, being shot, being murdered. The good die young. Good for what? For where? Do you not understand that our wisdom and our history is held within our elders? Do you know how many veterans I've had? How many stories I've been told? And they don't align up with what's on the TV. I don't even watch TV much. I'm a reggae music head. And I like the reggae because it's so spiritual. Because before they were tainted over there on them islands, we were tainted here with the rock and roll. And you know, I ain't trying to call out no music. I'm just saying. When it was only over there on the island is what they had. It was spiritual. It was sensual. And a lot of this music I listen to, stuff that was made back in 89 is coming to pass now. They been new. So, you know, you hear me with the reggae, but don't persecute me for it, because I'm not. You listen whatever you want to listen to. Rap, you know, you kill, murder, the clothes, the money, the bling, and that shit don't hold no value. Or in the spiritual world, you know what hold value? Souls. And your ancestors trying to communicate with you and try to get you right. Spirit too. Listen, it's not a religion. And I'm not trying to force it on you, because if you didn't need understanding, you wouldn't be here. I inform. And I only come to inform what Spirit tells me. You can email me or comment, no problem. And I'm getting ready to start doing bi-weeklies. And we are going to look at these energies that we're going to get ready to start running into. And we're going to surrender and release and accept. Whether it be the barrier to keep. Because we don't want too much negativity. That's not where we're going. It's about growth. It's about abundance. And it comes in many forms. What are you growing to? Are you more positive or are you more negative? Listen, I'm Leah with Enlightened Mystic Essentials. The day is Friday, December 7th. And I'm going to try to get it up for you. It's going to be a little long. It's going to download a little slow. It's okay. Because we almost at 45 minutes. But I told you, I have come to tell you what you needed to know. I ain't even going to go and show the energy of what's going to happen afterwards. Because you should know. Whether you apply negative or whether you apply positive, that is your end result of overcoming these energies. All right, y'all. Have a good day. I'm going to try to come back for the weekend. I'll probably get up early. We'll see. If not, I'll be back for you. Have a good weekend. Stay positive. Love, light, and wisdom to you.